Hey everyone, this is Dr. Briley. Stay healthy, wealthy, and wise, and never apologize for wanting more out of life. Welcome back, everybody, to another week. I want to say thank you, thank you, thank you for all of the love and support that you've given me over the weeks. We are, man, we're on season 3. We're rocking and rolling on season 3. We're having interesting guests here. I can't wait to talk today with this guest of mine. We're going to introduce ourselves. I am Dr. Briley, and who do we have?
Mark Anthony Staha.
Yay!
Yes.
So it's interesting. So you know how we always start on our show with something funny or something interesting or something wild. So I was at a grocery store shopping, doing my little thing, and I like to cook. I do. I like to cook, and I don't necessarily, and I like to cook for my dogs. So I actually was there to get some chicken for the dogs. But while I was there, you always, sometimes go in a store and you're like trying to go in and rush and get things. But for that day, I wasn't rushing, and I got an opportunity to meet you.
Yeah.
And um, I had got an I had gotten an experience of a lifetime that was like wild because y'all
In a grocery store.
in a in a grocery store. Very just an educational experience when it comes to tasting wines. And I expressed that I've had times where I've been to many, many venues all over, real estate venues, like they have wine tasting at all kinds of places that are in my industry. And the way it was introduced to me and what to do was phenomenal. And so that is also when you look at having events in your house or when you purchase real estate and you have events, that's all, my real estate show is all about everything. It's about life. It's about cultivating. It's about all of these things. And so I had that experience and I said, you know what? You have to be on the show. I was like, you have to be on the show. And then I whipped out my phone. I was like, look at this. And you have to be on the show. And I'm glad you're here today. So to me, that was an interesting story to me because I've even been to rodeo tastings and just various places. Because a lot of times when in Texas, when they have the rodeo, they have like little booths, not actually at the rodeo, but they have like offset things at different places around on the outskirts of the actual livestock show and rodeo.
Yes.
And so I've been to various places, but the educational level that you presented at the grocery store was like top notch. It was like high level education on wines, and all of my friends that are watching, I've given you bottles of wine away because I didn't know what I was doing when I was tasting the wines.
We talked.
So that's the funny part of that. So you kind of got away with some good purchases of wine that you will not get away with again.
Yeah.
That's over with. So enjoy what I gave you because it's not happening no
Good.
more.
Yeah.
Now I know what to do.
Yes, exactly.
So give me something with you. Tell me something interesting.
Well, in some of those demos, and it's sort of a good event. And first of all, just all glory to God for having me on the show. Thank
Oh,
you for that.
you're
I
welcome.
appreciate that. No, this I was tasting in one of the stores one day, and this young lady came to me and kind of fiery, had a bit of a not an attitude, but like just very, very confident, right? And when I do my tastings with you or with people, I'm like, look, if I'm wrong, just tell me if I'm wrong. If I'm wrong and you don't get it, just say I'm wrong. So don't be afraid to tell me wrong. And she's like, well, I won't have a problem telling you you're wrong. And just that whole demeanor, I was just like, wow, okay. Well, come to find out, another gentleman comes up and she's a Conroe PD, Houston Police Department, right? Or Conroe Police, right? Young, but she's about 5'3", but just like solid, like totally confidence, right? Well, recently we had that Montgomery sheriff passed away, a Montgomery police officer, and it was a female, and I was like, oh, that's a bummer. Well, all of a sudden it popped in my head about her, and I was like, oh no,
Right,
I wonder if it was her.
right.
Well, I was at one of the stores, in the same one, actually the one in Willis, and she popped in, and I screamed. I was like, "Oh, thank God!"
Because you had met her.
Well, she's
and then-
like, "What?" I was like, "I'm so glad to see you," you know.
right,
And I said,
right,
"Well, let me tell you why."
right,
And I told her the story, and I said, "All I could think of was you." And I was just like, "You just popped in my head." And I
right.
was like, "You're the only one I knew, and I knew you from this." And I was just like, "I'm just so happy." And I said, "I'm sad for this other,
Right, right.
but I'm so happy it's you."
Right,
And I was just like, so like, she's like, "Oh, thank you so much, appreciate that." So that was kind of a neat little story. So,
Oh, that's
so, and I
cool.
was really, really happy about
So you
that.
meet a lot of people.
I do.
You meet a lot of people.
And I do, and it's really, and you never know who you meet at the grocery store. You never know. You know, it's
Right, now
like,
you're on a podcast. Right, you just don't.
you never know.
You just don't. And the experience of meeting people is like foundation. That's like that's an experience, right? That's like, it's phenomenal because we're here on this earth, and by the way, y'all, he gave me a scripture before I left. I remember you gave me a scripture about the where wine and different things, but it was a scripture, and I think it was Genesis.
Yes, Genesis 9:20, 21.
Yep.
Yes.
So, and that even won me even over more. I'm like, give me a bottle of wine, because you don't hear people talk that way.
Right.
You don't hear people engaging with other people that way.
Yeah.
And that set a setting, right?
Yeah.
But because of your profession, I'm pretty sure, you and your wife set those kind of settings for people. And we'll talk more about that at the end of how you can get in contact with them and what kind of settings that I'm talking about. But
Right.
let's dive into your wine journey. How, food, wine, how did that happen?
Well, sure. Well, thank you very much. That's a great question. Obviously, it started my culinary career. That's all I've done. My mother, I used to help my mother cook all the time as a young man in the kitchen. And one day she says, you should think about being a chef. Well, this is fifth grade, sixth grade, and I was like, sure, that sounds a great idea.
Right.
And I never looked back.
Oh, wow.
And so I worked that journey, and that journey took me to it's almost 37 years in the industry, into 3 countries in 2 hemispheres, 2 of the greatest wine countries in the world, great food countries as well. One of them most people won't know about. But in 2016, I was just like, and funny, if you want to talk about some funny stuff, like, do you see this little scar right here?
Mm-hmm.
So this, when you cook for a professional, right? You're gonna cut and burn and shave and slice permanent scars
Right.
in your hands, fingers, and arms, right? Well,
Right.
in 2015, I was slicing peppers, right, and a seed was on my thing, and the way that you cut, the tip caught the seed, slid over, and I filleted my finger wide open.
Oh, my.
Right, so that's just part of the deal. So what do we do as a professional? We just go over there, we wash it real quick, wrap it up,
Right.
go back to work. I mean, I could have had stitches, and I should have got stitches, but I just wrapped it up and carried
Oh, wow.
another day, right? And I swear, it was that day I looked at that and I was like, you know what? I'm just tired of this. I'm done. I'm
Right.
done.
Right.
I don't want to do this anymore.
Right.
Then it was that cut. I mean, I've got them everywhere.
Right.
And I was like, I'm done with this. And I just was like, what am I going to do? And so in 2016, I came back I was in Colorado. That was my last culinary tour. I did 4 years in Colorado. I opened a wine bar, and then I went to some corporate catering gig. And when I came back from Colorado, I was like, well, what am I going to do? And it just made sense to do wine.
Right.
Right, and so I went to work for one of the largest retail liquor stores in Texas, and started that, and I've been around food and wine my whole life, so it was an easy transition for me because I could talk about wine like a chef
Right.
would, like I would think about, and that's how this whole company
Right.
came about, right? I can talk to you about wine, and that's the one thing we discussed. I said, I'm not going to talk to you about wine.
Right.
I'm just going to talk to you about food.
Right.
You know food.
Right.
Right, but I could talk that language of wine to you, but it's just going to go over your head. It's another
Right.
it's like you started to talk about real estate to me. I'd be like, what?
Right,
I mean,
right,
what?
yeah.
I'd be asking more questions like, what's that mean? What's that mean? Right. So it's got that thinking. So that's how that happened. And now I am a decade into this.
Wow.
I went into the industry in 2016. I was level one sommelier. I passed my level one somm test in 2018. I probably would be certified somm by now if COVID didn't hit.
Mm.
And when that hit, that took a lot of momentum out for me. So then I went to the Wine Spirits Education Trust,
Hmm.
or WSET, which is out of the
Okay.
UK, and I'm a level set a WSET two in wine. And then I'm also I took the House of Lustal that a sherry came to Houston, and they did a private sherry tasting. Then they gave you like kind of a course, and they wanted to create like this certified sherry wine specialist course. So
Hmm.
I took that course, I passed that test, and I'm also a certified sherry wine specialist with the House of Lustal out of Jerez, Spain.
So tell us, what is that W-2? Tell us more. What does that,
WSET.
yes, what does that, like, give us more what that really means
Okay.
in that industry.
So that is a designation that's internationally recognized.
Mm.
Everybody knows the sommelier, right? And everybody knows about
Right.
the master somm, and it'll cost you a lot of money to get to that, right?
Okay.
But a W set is more the educational side,
Okay.
where sommelier is the service side, the industry side. They're all about service. They're great tasters, though.
Hmm.
I mean, those guys, and they're super knowledgeable about where wines are from, and they can tell you that in blind tasting, but so can WSET.
Okay.
Well, WSET's way more on the education side of it, but much more involved in that. And it just made more sense for me to kind of take that route
Right.
with it, right? So I'm a
Because you're
WSET.
helping people.
Yes. But I'm also, I get geeky about stuff, right? So
Right.
I want to know what I'm talking about, and I want to share that passion with other people.
Right.
And so there's the wine designation. There's also spirits designation. My wife has, she's a level one spirits WSET. She's got a designation I don't have.
Oh, wow.
And she's a
That's
WSET
good.
two.
You tag
Yep,
team.
she's a WSET two wine as well. So she's got her WSET two wine and a WSET one spirits. And so and basically it just teaches you like how wine's made. That's the first one. The second one's all about regions and varietals, and then it gets into um, the tastings, and it gets really in depth on the wine itself and what region, and you need to know what you're tasting blind, right? So,
Right.
and that's one of the things that you learn in this is you should be able to know like I could tell you a Pinot Noir from California versus a Pinot Noir from Willamette Valley.
Oh, wow.
Okay, or I could show you I could probably tell you this Bordeaux is from France and this Cabernet is from California, just blind,
Oh, wow.
or it's from Old World or New World, right? Because things have a certain flavor profile, and that's where my chef energy comes. I mean, that's a lot. I'm gonna have a palate, right? So I've been around food and wine my whole life, so I have a nose and a palate like nobody's business, and so I think I've got a little bit of an extra advantage there, maybe. I'm not saying there's great wine tasters out there that are wine, they're better than I'll ever be, right? But I just have this unique one because I'm a chef, and I approach it a little different. I can't not look at wine like a chef, because I look at it and I'm like, okay, this is what I need to make. I need to make
So
with
do
it.
you think that it has, because you have people that do that industry but don't have both, like, kind of. So do you think that puts you at a higher level to understand it and embrace it even more so to teach people like myself when I was in a store on a level where they can comprehend
Sure.
what they
Sure.
experience.
I wouldn't necessarily say call it higher. Probably I wouldn't say that, but I would say it's unique to me, and I think it's just a different approach, right? It's a completely different approach to something. The psalm is a service side of it. The WCS, they really study the wine. That's what they do, and of course they know what to do with the food and what food goes with it,
Right.
right? I mean, it's the whole what grows together goes together type
Right.
thing, right? Well, as a chef, I'm like, well, I'm looking at the food first, and I'll be real clear about this. To me, wine is food, period. To the other people who look at wine as an alcohol, it's a beverage, right? So
Okay.
I don't look at it. I even look at spirits that way.
Okay.
I can walk into the back of a bar and go like, I just see vanilla and caramel notes and right.
Wow.
I can make a cocktail just by like, okay, do this isn't put together
Right.
just the way I think.
So why do you look at it like that? I mean,
Because
tell me more.
Well, I'm a chef.
And so
I just see it's food to me. Everything's food to me.
consumable food. It's not, oh, that's a spirit and this is, yeah.
Well, I mean, it's a food. It can go with food, right?
Right.
So, but so that's just how I look at it, and
Okay.
that's how I can't. And I found this out learning this talking to people like you in the store, right?
Right.
You don't know the terms of, sure we heard bouquets and smells and notes and
Right.
and terroir, right? I mean, and climates and microclimates. I could talk that to you,
Right.
but what you want to hear about? What? How about a grilled ribeye and
Right.
right? Or how about a
Right.
hamburger?
Right.
Or like what's in? And I look in your basket. I'm like, what are you cooking? Oh, you got a pork roast in there. What are you going to do with that pork roast?
Right.
Right. So that's how I started talking. I started looking at that
Right.
first. And so immediately I'm already connecting what wine will be good with that. Well, how are you going to
Right.
cook it? Is it going to be spicy? I start asking questions.
Right. Right.
What I wish I knew at the start. Trusting BlueScorpion Property Preservation Management Group with our commercial landscaping was the best decision ever. BlueScorpion Property Preservation Management Group has been transforming commercial spaces into green paradises. Our clients can't stop raving about us. Just listen to what they have to say.
First client review. Our property has never looked this good. 5 stars all the way.
Second client review. Professional, reliable, and simply the best in the business. 5-star service.
From lush green lawns to vibrant floral displays, we've got it all covered. Our dedicated team ensures your property not only looks great but stands out.
Third client review. Their attention to detail is incredible. Our landscaping has never been in better hands. 5 stars.
Whether you're a business or an individual, BlueScorpion Property Preservation Management Group brings expertise, reliability, and a touch of magic to every project. Ready to transform your property? Join the 5-Star Club! Because at BlueScorpion Property Preservation Management Group, we believe every property deserves to shine. BlueScorpion Property Preservation Management Group, where properties thrive.
And you're absolutely right, because you saw what I had and you're like,
What are you doing with that chicken?
What are you doing with that chicken? And I was like, oh, that's
From
dog
my dog.
food. Yeah. And you were like, oh, okay.
Is it going to be raw or is it?
Yeah.
I asked you, is it going to be raw? Because we're
Yeah.
raw. But that's where we connected first.
Right.
Because I was a raw feeder for years, but now I've got a dog I got to cook for.
Right.
And
Right.
when we buy his food, I can eat that food too. So it's just like a kid to me.
Right.
Right. He's going to get the same thing
Right.
we eat. I'm not going out of my way to get anything
Something
else.
dry that's been sitting on a shelf
Yeah,
for
it's full of fillers.
right, and
Yeah.
just been sitting there, and you don't know, because people don't really look at expression dates on dog food bags. They don't say, "Let me grab this dog food bag, let me flip it around and see what the express." You've been sitting there for 3, 4, 5 years or something.
You know what they actually said looking at the food. This is going to be. Excuse me, everybody. I'm going to go there. What you need to look at is what comes out of them.
Yeah.
Because when we talked about that, we talked
Right.
about, and this is also a chef thing, right?
Right.
So I'm looking at this from a chef's perspective. I'm like, when I picked up their, I used to go buy a 40-pound
Bag.
bag of food, and I brought back, when I came back from South Africa, I brought back 2 Rhodesian Ridgebacks with me, right? So these dogs are huge, right? So I mean, I needed
Right.
food, right? So, but I had to pick up the 40 pounds of poo, basically, you know what
It's
I mean?
different. It's a difference.
Right? Well, I mean, they're like the size of your cup difference, right?
Right.
And then all of a sudden I go raw feed them, and we learned that, and what came out of them?
Just look, yeah.
That.
And that's the truth.
It is the truth.
It's the truth. And
And
that's,
it's dry, and it's dry.
right.
You can like step on it and it'll flow away in the wind. I mean, like that, you know what I mean? And unlike that,
Right,
that's
right.
moist and flies, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But like, y'all need to look at that. I
Right.
mean, that's important.
But that's also like with people, what we consume and what we put into our bodies. It's longevity, and it's I mean, it is. It's the truth. The things that we consume, the things that our animals consume, it's about the how we master how you want to live.
Yeah.
Because our body is real estate. So that's why you're on the show, because we're going to talk more about how the things that we experience and
Body's
what
real
we,
estate. I love that.
yeah, yeah.
I love that.
Your body is real estate,
I love that.
you know? And we're going to talk about the consumptions and the things that you put into your body for, you know, I tell people all the time, I make a joke. I said, no, it's not a joke. It's the truth though. I'm, going to live to 120 plus, right? But it's also how you live. It's what you eat. It's your environment. It's, if you're living in an area that's not a good environment,
Absolutely.
how can you live to that, right?
Well, and I can attest to that because I lived in France and South Africa, and I was there. I basically lived overseas for the better part of my 20s. And let me tell you what happened at that time. When I left, there was an issue with bread, and in a decade, I came back and there's a bread issue. One decade.
Oh, really?
I left in my early 20s, and I came back, and I came back a little bit, and then I went back. I left again, but I came back basically about 31, 32. And we had this, all of a sudden, everybody's gluten intolerant. In 1 decade in the United States, that didn't happen overseas.
Right.
That's just,
And I had somebody else on my show, and they had just came back from Europe,
and they ate bread,
and-
pasta, no problem.
and they had. So they said that when they were just recently on the show, and they said that they were eating so much and drinking wine and eating, they didn't gain any weight. They didn't have any upset stomach.
Yeah.
And they said that usually what they ate and did, they could not do it here. And they said that they would have to actually go to see the doctor right after.
Yeah, I mean, that's another. Let's not go.
Yeah.
Let's not go
Let's
down
not-
that rabbit hole. Let's not do that rabbit
Let's
hole.
say that's a whole nother show.
Buy me back to that one.
Yeah.
We'll talk culinary on that one. So
But
let's get into this here a little bit. Let me ask you a
Yeah.
question. Let me paint a scenario for you if I can. So let's say you have a choice of like bubbles. We're going bubbles here. Okay, so bubbles. Okay, can you do bubbles?
You remember what I told you about bubbles? You showed me something. It was a little bubbly, and I liked it. But I usually don't do bubbles. But
But you're gonna do bubbles now.
yeah, bubbles. Y'all see it on YouTube, right?
There's a reason why.
Okay.
So let me ask you. So if you got bubbles, and let's just talk about it. Let me paint a romantic evening here. So bubbles and chocolate. That sounds good, doesn't it?
Yeah.
What about potato chips? Bubbles. What's that sound? How's that sound? Does that sound good?
For me,
I mean, on a romantic evening.
no,
Okay. Right.
no.
So I mean, obviously, bubbles and chocolate sounds pretty awesome.
Right.
Okay. So we're gonna. This is not a plug for these people, but
Right.
so I want you.
And feel free. No worries. You can put it on.
I want you to experience something.
Okay.
Okay, this is something that's really important, and this is what I want to talk about, the culinary side of my business, my company. Okay, what I'm doing, because again, you don't know wine like I know wine,
Right.
but you do know food.
Right.
You know you like, you don't like it.
Right.
And when you're trying food, you're trying.
Look, I'm already ready for the chocolate.
You like dark
Reaching
chocolate?
out.
You like dark chocolate?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Good. So I'm not going to talk about. I'm not going to tell you what the bubbles are.
Okay.
But I do want to talk about the style of bubbles.
Okay.
So if I said like champagne, would you think this is champagne already?
I probably would, because how you're.
Well, champagne has this, right?
Right.
So it's automatic that style, right?
Well, you did a lot better than.
It's supposed to be like a woman going,
Yeah, you did a lot better. I'm like, pop.
and you lose a glass.
And somebody lose an eyeball or something. Yeah.
All right, so
Okay.
bubbles and chocolate. So we're going to talk about. So what we're going to do here is I want you to experience something that's pretty important.
Okay.
Yeah, you need to learn this. And so this is what I do with people. When you come do my classes, my courses in my home, I'm going to show you wine. You're not going to know what they are.
Okay.
You don't need to know.
Right.
You need to know the style. This is a sparkling wine.
Okay.
Okay, and there's two kinds of sparkling wine. Obviously, there's Prosecco, and we'll just use the ones everybody knows, Prosecco, and there's Champagne, right?
Right.
But then there's, this isn't Champagne, but it's made like Champagne. So it's really about the methods.
Okay.
So Prosecco is gassed, and that method's called Charmant, right? And we have an American sparkling here that you can get. They're allowed to call it Champagne, but they got to say what state it's from. But it's not made like Champagne. It's actually made like Prosecco. So the bubbles are a lot fatter.
Okay.
Okay, where the bubbles here are going to be fine, and that's how champagne's made. And there's many ways to say that, right? So it's method champenoise, method champagne, traditional method, which is made like champagne. There's, if it's Spanish, it's metado tradicional, right? So it's basically, that's what you want to look for, method champenoise, right? Traditional methods, and see the fine bubbles, the mousse.
Okay.
Okay, that's what you want on that, right? That's important. So this is made. See the fine bubbles?
Right.
Okay, that's made like champagne.
Okay.
Do you have a napkin by chance on that?
Yeah. Can we get a napkin? Yes. Napkin. Thank you. You could just, yeah. Yes. Thank you.
So, I mean, and here's the thing I want to talk about, and my wife said this best, and everybody hear me out. When it comes to bubbles, especially the traditional made method, there's never a bad time for this. Ever. Ever. Breakfast, lunch, dinner. You got a new job, you got fired from a job. You're going to a funeral, a baby was born. It's your birthday.
Wow.
It's someone else's birthday, right?
So not just a celebrate, not just like
There's never a bad time.
Okay.
Ever. You can drink this stuff anytime, every day. I think the way, what'd you say? Oh my God, lady. What'd she say? I've got to look this up. What she said about champagne. We'll talk about that in a minute. I'll find it on the phone because it's worth it. Okay. So this is traditional method, right? It's not a champagne. It's made like champagne.
Okay.
That's what's more important here, right? So take this. And so here's the thing. Here's what you're going to want to learn about this style. So can you do that? Yeah, that's how you spin it, right? And so smell this. Now here's the wine side of me. Grab by the stem. Always grab by the stem.
Okay.
Yep. This is the strongest part of the glass. Now, what do you smell? So here's the wine side of me. So
I smell like it's citrusy or something, like a
sure, you'll get that.
yeah.
Slowly, what else? There's something unique about them. I'm hoping you look for that you can find. Think about kitchen, and think about like. Well, I'll just tell you. Like bread dough.
Okay. Okay.
Like doughy, brioche,
Doughy, yeah,
yeasty,
yeast.
like you're like
Yeah.
bread proofing.
Yeah.
That is traditional method. You smell that, it's a traditionally made method, period.
Okay.
Straight up. You know. That's that yeasty
Yeah,
bready
the
flavor.
yeasty.
Yeah, okay. So that's what that is. Okay.
Okay.
So you know that's a sparkling method. Okay.
Okay.
So just taste it. Refreshing.
Yeah, it's crisp.
Yeah, crisp, refreshing. You notice it's in this glass too, by the way. Not a flute.
Yeah.
Yeah, never put your sparkling in a flute. Always drink them in a wine glass.
So what?
Flutes are great for parties and stuff like that.
Okay.
Because it looks good, it looks pretty.
I was
but
just-
it does, but it doesn't give justice to the wine. You don't know what that
Oh.
wine tastes like. It's not as good. You have no clue.
Okay.
You have no.
Because you know that's was parties, you know.
Yeah, it's a good party thing, right?
Okay.
It's good to celebrate, and it's a wedding toast. That's fine.
Right. Okay.
Other than that, you should never pull them out for sparkling. They should go in a
Really?
glass like this.
Okay, that's new. I did not know that, y'all.
Always.
Okay.
Always. Did you
Wow.
get that, everybody?
Yeah.
You got flutes, pull them out for like the event, but other than that,
Wow.
okay. So I mean, obviously, chocolate and bubbles sound great, right?
I mean, I've never
I mean-
had chocolate and bubbles.
I mean, but like on a romantic,
sounds-
like I mean,
yeah, it
like if I got
sounds good.
roses here, I'm
Yeah,
not
it
trying to
sounds
court
good.
you, and
Yeah.
like, you know what I mean?
It sounds good.
And you're skimming, you come in there and you see this, and then I get the fire going. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
Right,
I'm
right,
Let's
right.
paint this scenario for you, okay?
Okay.
That's just, and you come home, you're like, oh baby. I'm like,
That's
come
so
on,
sweet.
Come on, right?
Right.
You know what I mean? And so all of a sudden, And all of a sudden, yeah, you're getting this. So let's take another couple sips of
Okay.
this, right? You know, so this is how this is going to go for you. All right, so you go and you grab a piece of chocolate.
Okay.
You're like, oh, and you're loving on me, you know, because because like I got the rose out, like, and I'm all happy. It's like, oh yeah, man, it's gonna be a good night.
Right. You did good for yourself.
Yeah, you know, I'm looking for those rewards, you know, right? So and then you take a bite of chocolate.
Okay.
Just take a bite of chocolate. Lovely. Take a sip.
Okay. From the bottom.
But is it getting a little bitter though?
It tastes different from taking a sip.
It's not as good though, the chocolate.
It's
Let
yeah.
that take a sip and let that bitterness come out. So if it was by itself, you feel it
Right.
now? You feel it? Keep chewing it. Let's keep eating it because I need you to kind of experience it.
Okay. So when we first took a bite, you
Exactly.
taste that sweet and simmer, that.
Yeah.
But then after, it becomes more of a trying to get your, the bitterness kind of,
Yeah. It dries the chocolate out.
or something.
Take
Yeah.
that sip. It's not as pleasurable as you thought it might be, right? It's just not.
It's different.
There's a bitterness now that leaves in the back of your throat.
Right.
And you
Absolutely.
right? And you're like, yeah,
Yeah. I'm
it's
like,
happening. It's happening now. The
Yeah.
back of your throat's bitter.
Right.
The back of your tongue.
Right. So why do they pair this stuff up for Valentine's Day?
I wouldn't pair that with you. That's what I'm trying to show you. Right? Hold on a minute.
So the girl really has to like the guy, and she's like, "Oh, this is so delicious."
Well, I mean, junk food.
Right.
These are potato chips, man.
Right.
Right? So,
You're gonna show me it tastes better with potato chips.
well, we're going to talk about why that might happen.
That's funny.
All right. So,
You are
Eat it.
absolutely right.
yeah, it's horrible.
It is.
It's the more it sits there, it's horrible. it's not good.
Right.
It's bitter. It's dry. I mean, the chocolate's not nice.
right.
I'm gonna show you how it is nice in a minute,
Okay.
right? But
Okay.
that isn't nice.
No.
At first, it's kind of okay.
It is.
But like,
I'm
no.
about to belch on the YouTube channel. Like seriously, I'm like, Okay.
Okay, so eat a couple of these.
Okay.
Now, when I judge, these are one of the things we do for palate cleanse. Ruffles.
Really?
Yeah.
These are pretty good. It's helping with that.
Well, get the potato chip here.
Yeah.
Get a couple in your mouth. Just get that whole potato chip in going, man.
Yeah, because it's helping.
We're looking for the salt and the oil. All ready? Take a sip. That works.
That's a lot
Salt
better.
and oil.
That's a lot better.
Yeah.
That's
Right.
a lot better.
So what if I had like fried chicken? I bought some fried chicken.
That'll work.
Yeah.
That'll work. Something basic.
Fat.
Bet.
But fried chicken and bubbles and potato chips and bubbles, really? Now,
I mean, you don't think about putting those two together.
if you came in and you saw chocolate in this, but you came in and you saw chocolate in a bag of Ruffles, you'd be like, really?
What is
Really?
Did you run out of time?
Really? Yeah.
Yeah, you just ran in there and got something.
Yeah, really?
Yeah.
You still
Wow.
know? Yeah. It's lovely with chips, man. With oily, salty chips, man. It's fantastic.
It is. I know my producer. Y'all hungry? No. They're watching like, oh. It's good.
Yeah, take a sip of that, man. It just works.
That's wild.
Yeah, it goes well. No, it's not. It works.
But it's wild how you don't see them saying, pair this together and you will have a romantic night. But I can see this with a movie.
Yeah. I was about to go there. This movie
You can
night,
say,
man.
yeah, movie night. That's
Yeah.
wild.
And cheeses and stuff like that, but
Right.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
But what you do see is always chocolate and just a selection of wines and stuff,
Marketing.
you know.
I'd market that. I'd market that with bubbles and chocolate and roses and yeah.
Right.
I'm all in.
But this really works though. That really works.
Yeah.
See, this is what I was saying. When I went into the store, and it's so hard for me not to say the store name, but when I went into the store, this genius person here was like, let me teach you something.
Yeah, let's do it. You know what? Let's do it. So eat that chip.
Oh,
Let's do that. Okay. So the way I taste wine is I don't taste wine like a song. I can taste wine like a song. You know, I'm a judge. I'm all that stuff, right? Right. So let me show you what I did with Dr. Briley, right? Dr.
Briley.
Dr. Briley. All right. So
you can call me Dr. B.
Dr. B.
Yeah, Dr. B.
So Dr. B, let's smell it.
Okay.
There's that brioche bready. I mean,
Yeah.
that's straight up traditional method. That's made like champagne.
Correct.
It's going to be the fine
Correct.
bubbles. This is what you want, right? This
Okay.
is good, right? So, all right. So remember what did? Let's take the sip and then rinse your mouth for about 2-3 seconds. So let's
That's
do
what
that.
he taught me.
All right. Now this one, we're going to smell it. We're going to take a sip. We're going to swallow and then
Right.
ready?
Okay.
So smell it. Now the wine's showing you. You're getting it, right? So the next sip, regular sip. There it is. Creamy, right?
It's a light.
Yeah. it's
Creamy,
just- yeah.
light, floaty, like
Yeah.
good consistency.
You know what's creamy? The bubbles.
Yeah, because it's like creamy, light, a good consistency.
Yeah. It's just traditional method. The fine bubbles. Tiny bubbles.
Okay.
Well, that's what you want, right? So like, and so like,
So is the tiny bubbles the best, or
yeah, I think so.
okay,
Excuse me.
or is it more so?
Well, let's talk about the waters out there.
Okay.
Sparkling waters. We all know the favorite sparkling water here in Texas.
right.
We all know what it is, right? It starts with a T, right? Right? You get it?
Right.
You know why I love that one the most? It's their bubbles. The bubbles are so fine. Unlike the other sparkling wines, they're fat.
Fat bubbles, and it's
They're-
kind of like
yeah, you burp. You
Yeah,
you feel like you get bloated and unattractive,
Right.
right? That's how you feel, right?
right.
Not those other ones. So it's the bubbles, and these bubbles are just. So that's why in the tall glass they look pretty,
Right,
and that's what people are like. Oh, the sparkling bubbles, but this is like it's still happening here,
right.
but because those bubbles are so fine, it makes it creamy. So why does this work? Salt.
Okay,
So your mouth's watering.
right.
That's acidity here.
Okay,
So what does acid need? So with margaritas, what do they get? Well, there's a lot of acid on that. So what do they put on the rim?
salt.
Yeah.
Same
And
thing.
it's made with what? Limes and citrus. Okay. So if salt works in the margarita with all the citrus, well, then it's going to work here too. It's acidity. And citrus is just acidity.
Okay,
There's a lemon, which is a sweeter acidity. There's lime, which is the hardcore acidity. There's vinegar,
right.
right? It's just an acid.
Okay,
Well, acid loves salt. That's all I'm doing here. And also, and
Right.
acid likes fat because acid cleans. Right? Acidity cleans.
cleans.
Right?
Yeah.
That's why you can use vinegar. Like in
Correct.
my home,
That's what I'm saying.
I use a
And it
high-proof
bubbles.
vinegar.
Yeah.
I use a high-proof vinegar to clean my counters.
Right.
I don't use chemicals. I use a high-proof vinegar.
Okay. Side note: what do you use to clean your chopping board? Wooden chopping board.
I scrub it with water, and then I rub it down with lemon and salt,
Okay, good. I'm doing right.
or vinegar and salt, whatever.
Okay.
Just
Okay.
acidity, right? That's what you want to
Right.
get those things out, right?
Okay.
But I mean, are you using a wooden cutting board or a plastic cutting board?
Wouldn't.
Good.
Okay.
And why are you not using plastic?
I just never liked plastic, so I don't know. You know.
Microplastics in the body. That's why you don't use those anymore. Get rid of it. Get rid of your plastic cutting boards.
I didn't know that. Okay. So
So-
every time you chop.
Yeah, you're ripping into little microplastics into your anything. So
No, but I have wooden. I just the the aura, the look, I
No, it
just
looks
like
good.
it. Yeah, it looks good.
do you have a couple small glasses we can use?
We can
Separate.
use.
These?
I can pour the waters out of these.
Why don't we?
Okay. Can we get
Help, please.
Can yeah.
Ronzo! Alfred!
It's like,
Alfred!
No.
Alfred!
I took a sip, but you can just pour it out.
Yeah, pour
Yeah.
both out. And this is so now let me show you why chocolate will work.
Okay.
Brought to you by BlueScorpion Property Preservation Management Group. Use our janitorial services today. Call 832-257-3247 for quality cleaning services you can rely on.
So now we're gonna take the chocolate, and we're gonna see why this wine won't work with this. I'm totally bringing opposite back and forth. We're going no, this is not working.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Right? Does that make sense? So I have very little wine here.
The producer is like moving around today, y'all. So if y'all see him in the clip,
His name is
love
His name
on
is
my producer.
his name is Garcon.
Yeah, love on my producer.
Thank you, Garcon. May I have your glass, please? All right, so I don't have much, so it doesn't take much. Okay, now we'll pop the chocolate open again.
Oh,
We'll do that one more time.
I still got chocolate. You ate all your chocolate.
Yeah, I bought it for us. This is the whole. This is-
It's like,
I mean, if
I
we're
need
gonna
chocolate.
come here, let's have a good time doing this.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to experience it, I mean, I just want to show you from the food side, and here's why I'm doing this. It's a mission, right? Great families are raised at the dinner table. Period. We need to get back to that.
Yeah.
And it's a good place to start. So all these young people out there starting families right now, and I'm really kind of looking at the Gen Zers and these guys. I mean, people say things about them, but they might turn the family thing around again, and which what I'm kind of seeing and I'm looking at, and it's a big focus for me with that generation because they need to. You know, everybody has an idea of how a home should be.
Right.
Well, if you want a great home, start at the dinner table first. Because
Right.
if you can't get that right, Dr. B, then where are you going to get it right? How can you get it right anywhere else?
But let's go back to it. That is real estate. Your family is real estate.
Yeah, that's right.
It seriously.
Yeah, it is.
Because it's your legacy.
It is.
It's your legacy, and you got to get the components right, and
Yeah.
get back to the family
Yeah.
table. Get back to talking to each other.
Yeah. No electronics.
Right.
You know, none of that. I mean,
That's a good mission. Though.
I think that's our mission, and our
That's a
whole
good
motto is
mission.
great families are raised at the dinner table. Period. And if you want to really grow if you want to grow, you know, and I'll tell you where I got this from. It's great. I think it was Dr. Tony Evans. I think he said it to me. I heard him say this. He's all like,
I like Dr.
and I'll
Tony
expand.
Evans.
I'm going to expand it. Yeah, he's awesome, man.
Yeah.
I'm going to expand it. I'm going to expand it in a way that. So I'm going to shorten this. Like, he's all like, if you have a bad person in a home, then you have a bad home, and if that bad home's in a small town, and that's that creates a bad town, and if you start having a bunch of those in the bad town,
Yeah.
that town's in a city, then you create a bad city, and if that bad city's in a state, then you create that bad state. You see where I'm going with this? Yes, it's that pebble in the pond thing, right? So we need to get back down to bringing the family back together
Right.
at the dinner table. Everybody likes to eat.
Right. Right.
Right. I've lived in 3 countries and 2 hemispheres with people that don't speak my language. And we can sit at a dinner table and eat, Dr. B,
Right.
and I don't have to talk to them in their language.
Right.
But we can share food.
Right.
We can break bread.
Right.
So let's just break bread.
Right.
So that's what I'm doing this.
Right. No, that's a beautiful mission, to be honest with you, because I think we lost the components of life of what really matters.
The family.
Yeah. It goes right back to the family.
It does. I grew up a fatherless home. That's horrible.
Yeah.
And I only now know. I've only learned that now that what I didn't have in that.
Right.
Right, because the family.
What was missing? Right.
Yes, it was for a man.
Right.
For a
What was
man.
missing?
For a man.
Yes, I didn't.
Right. That's okay. We'll take a bite. We'll just that's what so take a bite of this.
Okay. Can I borrow your paper towel?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Thank you.
Now this is gonna be a unique blend here.
Okay.
Okay, because it's a little darker than I wanted
It's
it.
gonna be good.
It's gonna be interesting to see what's gonna do. This is a semi-sweet red.
Okay.
Semi-sweet. So take a sip.
Okay. Take a sip. Just a sip.
That worked.
So that's what it needs to be paired with, not just randomly throwing bottles up there saying Happy Valentine's Day. Buy our flowers and chocolate, and
That'd be the right wine.
it's got to be the right one. That's completely different.
Yeah.
Like, that's completely different.
Yeah. Now, if I sat down with a bottle of wine and this chilled and this, then you'd be like, I'm back to my rewards. Now I'm winning.
Right.
Now I'm winning.
Yeah.
Right, I'm winning now. Yeah. So now you're happy. You take a bite of this and you sip that wine.
It's a difference. It's a difference.
Yeah.
And it doesn't sit back on the tongue and choke you up.
No.
Wow. That's really good.
Yeah. In fact, it brings out the berries in the wine.
Right.
Just like take a sip of that.
Let's see. I don't know why. So you tell me why when you bring out wine, the little bug, like something will fly, like no matter where you at, it doesn't matter.
It's that time of year.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Bleacher drains every night for a while. It's that time of year. We can't see this that time of year.
Okay.
It's like berries.
It is.
Like blackberries are blowing up
Yeah.
on this thing.
It's really good. It's really fresh. It's really.
Yeah, it works.
It works.
Now I sip mine, but like you eat that
Okay.
and taste that.
Okay.
The sweet wine, the semi-sweet.
We're just having a food fest here, y'all.
That don't work. No.
Mm.
No.
Why you do that to me?
Because I want you to learn. Because you'll remember that.
That is not good together.
No.
At all.
No. So wine is food.
Wine is food.
It's that simple.
And I'm gonna look at it differently now. Yeah, that is.
Well, horrible.
Yeah. That's not a good combo.
No.
That's not a good. Yeah. That's not a good combo.
You don't want salt and fat with a bitter and a sweet. No, it's not mixing. It's not mixing.
No, that's not a good combo.
So
Okay.
as a chef, I spent my entire life balancing sweet, sour, salty, bitter,
Right.
and I know how to mix that, and I know how to fix that. Is too bitter? What I do?
Well, that's really key. And y'all, look, now y'all probably gonna be in my DMs trying to figure out what store he's at. But you don't have to do that. You don't have to do that because you're gonna let everybody know about your bringing people to the table, and this is for couples, right?
Yeah, couples only, please. Yeah.
Couples only.
It's a small table, so it's only well, we want 8 to 10 people max.
8 to 10. Well, that makes the experience even more richer.
No.
Richer. So it's only couples, and I do know that there's a lot of couples out here that are always looking for places to go and things to do. You don't have to go drive somewhere downtown, pay for $50 parking, you know, all of that.
Yeah.
You can actually go and experience and I didn't even know he did this, y'all. I didn't know you know, until he expressed his passion for family, passion for food, wine, and the love of relationship and experiences.
Yeah.
That's
And I think it all stems from me having no father in my home growing up.
you're on to something
Yeah.
huge.
I think it's huge, and I think it's something we need to really focus back on. And I don't think there's anything wrong with having dinner at table, and I don't think there's anything wrong with. And I'm gonna get some probably fireback on this, but like even in France, the kids get wine with their dinner, but it's watered down.
Right.
So by the time they're 18 and 20, they know wine, and it's just food to them. They know, and they know. I've met kids from France that are 22, 23 years old that know more about wine. I'm like, well, I like this winery. I like this person because I want this side because he's from this side of the hill and not that side of the hill. He's 23, and I'm like,
Oh, wow.
so wine is food, and let them experience that.
Right. And it's an educational thing. I think I've traveled many places out of the country, and I tell people all the time, you can always tell someone that has and someone who has not
Travel.
by quick conversations with them.
Yeah.
You really can. And people say, well, how? I can't explain it, but you actually can.
Yeah, and I think, and here's the thing about that. At least get out and try different food. You know what I mean?
Right.
At least get out and try that. I mean, if you're going to travel somewhere, if you're going to go somewhere, Dr. B, go eat their food and go drink the wine. Go buy this wine at the store first.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because now you know where you're going. I mean, you might be going to Tuscany. You might be going to France or Paris. I mean, what wine region is that?
Right.
And are you looking? Do you want to experience that region? So you need to. This is what the people are eating and drinking. So why not get to know them?
Right.
What they're doing.
Right.
I mean, get to know them now.
Well,
You can show up that way, and you know what's going on.
and I think that that's a smart way to even look at it. So with the people in the audience and everybody that's viewing and watching right now, how can they get in contact with you? And he has a YouTube channel. Y'all subscribe to his YouTube channel as well. But the experience is amazing. I can't even wait to meet his wife. He's 100, right? She's probably about 150. Because they always say when a man is a 100, there's a wife.
It's 102, 110.
It is. It's the truth.
Well, behind every great man's a woman, a great woman.
Right. So,
Knock that back.
yeah.
Knock
He
it
looking
back.
at me, want me to-
Knock it back. Knock it
He's
back.
like, knock it back.
So how was the sparkling today for someone who's not a fan of sparkling too much?
It was on point. How can people meet you? How can people have that experience as a couple with you?
Well, so culinary wine specialist LLC at gmail.com. My name is Mark Anthony. Reach out to me on that. I think you're going to see we have it's called going to be a wine and food pairing academy. And this is how you're basically just got a little dose of what's going to happen. She still doesn't know what the wine was, and she's not going to, and neither will you. All you need to know is what you tasted.
Right.
Wine, people talk about wine. I'm going to tell you what's happening in your mouth. I'm going to introduce to you what I call the palate compass, which is what I did with you a little bit.
Right.
Right? So you're going to be taught that. Why? Because you know food, and you don't know wine like I know wine. But I know food like you want to know food. And you're way more eager. You're watching way more Food Channel than you are anything on wine. So I'm that guy. I'm the one that's going to take you from your dinner table and shopping the wine the right way. You're going to want to cook something, and you're going to know what wine to get. That's the deal. And as you grow in the class, then you start, you go from looking at a bottle from like, can I see your water?
Yeah.
So if this is a bottle of wine, right?
Mm-hmm.
When you first go get a bottle, you just go get what you like and you leave. Well,
Right.
now after many courses with me, you're going to now go to bottles. You'll look at the bottle and you'll flip it over, and you'll start reading the back. That's what you'll learn from me, and then you'll now be shopping. You'll bring your
level up.
Yeah, you'll level up to that 2025 zone.
Right.
You want to be in that zone.
Right.
The 25, even the 2030 zone. That's a
Right.
good zone to be, to really embark into like, okay, I was drinking this $10 wine and now I'm drinking this, and like,
Right.
I can never drink that again.
Right.
I can't go back to that.
And I
right?
can never give my wine away again. That's
Yeah.
expensive. I can't believe I done that.
Blew it.
I blew it. He told me when I was in the store, he's like, you blew it.
You have no
So-
idea. You have no idea. You have
right.
no idea what you missed.
Right. Right.
Right. So, what I tell her, and I'm gonna tell everybody right now: never judge anything on the first 2 sips.
Right.
You got to get to the 3rd and 4th sip, and that's, you learned that here. She got to the 3rd sip. It was creamy. Everything was right. Oh.
Oh, no
this is
worries. No worries.
That's my. Sorry.
I love it. I love it.
Apologize.
I love it. So now you know how to get in contact with him. When he introduced himself to me, he said, I have 2 first names. So y'all really pay attention and level up. I mean, Valentine's Day is right around the corner. Level up, enjoy, but you don't even have to wait till then. You talked about family.
Yeah.
Family components are key. So as I always say, stay healthy, wealthy, and wise, and we will do the same and never apologize for wanting more out of life.
Can I say something before we close?
Yeah.
I'm talking to the men out there. Men, listen to me. They always say that the way to a man's heart is through his stomach. It works for women. Okay, it works for women too. That's how I got my wife. She took one bite of food and she goes, "You're mine." Okay, so, and she's now mine. She's like, I'm hers. So she's like, hey. But I want you guys, gentlemen, men out there, I'm telling you, this is your job to make your home that home of, to grow and to learn
Right.
and to love.
Right.
You do it in the kitchen.
Right. That's deep. No, it's deep because it's the truth. It's the truth.
Well, Anthony Bourdain said it best. If you can't cook a meal for someone, then if let's say, like, I'm married, so if let's say, like, my wife and I we're having a bit of a hiccup, right? I don't want her to make my cup of tea for me in the morning. Don't make it. I don't want, because that goes in there.
Vibration.
Yeah, I don't make I'll make my cup of tea.
Right.
So you can't cook dinner when you're mad at your spouse. Don't do
Right.
that.
Right.
This is a loving thing that you got to do.
Oh, that's deep.
Pour your love into that, and they will taste it.
That's deep. Oh, see why I had him on the show. It's deep. It's deep, y'all. It goes deeper than anything. But remember, your body is real estate.
Yes.
What you feed it,
Yeah.
what you feed your family, what you feed your dogs, what you feed your, household, and friends that come over. Feed them good food. Don't just say, "Oh, we're gonna have Bob over,
Yeah.
and Billy. We're gonna just throw some hot dogs on the grill."
Yeah.
No, make it intentional.
Yeah.
Like, make it.
Be intentional.
Yeah.
Garbage in, garbage out. Love in, love out. It's that simple.
Thank you for coming. I hope you had a great time.
I did. Man.
All right. Well, thank y'all.
Thank
Have a
you,
great
everybody.
one. Bye bye.
Appreciate it.